Beloved ones, I come forward at this moment as ASHTAR, commander of the Galactic Light Forces, with an important message from the heart of the ASHTAR Command. We address you as dear brothers and sisters of Earth to remind you of a truth that many have forgotten, and perhaps to inform those not yet aware. Nothing in your external world has ever held true power to cause you lasting disharmony. Yes, throughout the ages there have been dark influences, human and otherwise, that interfered and manipulated. But such manipulation was only possible under the law of free will, granted because humanity, often unknowingly, did not fully claim its own power. You may feel shock hearing this. I never agreed to suffering, you say. Not consciously, perhaps. Yet whenever you shrink from your own divine power, whenever you forget your sovereign nature, you inadvertently permit others to govern and mislead you. We understand how incredible this sounds under the heavy veil of forgetfulness. But know this, that veil could never truly block the evolution of your soul. Consciousness was always destined to break through. No matter what detours occurred, it was inevitable that you would find your way back to source and reclaim the light within you. So yes, there have been times when manipulative forces held sway over Earth. Yet the story was always going to end, with humanity awakening and stepping back into its true power. And as you awaken now, it is not for you to take revenge or meet hatred with hatred, but rather to lead even the lost ones back toward the light. We sense that some of you may bristle at this idea, and we understand why. Please hear us. Forgiveness is one of the most potent vibrations on the ascension path. Embracing it frees you from the bindings of the past and aligns you with a higher octave of love. We realize that extending compassion to those who harmed you can be difficult, especially before you feel the deep comfort of divine connection. Yet, as your bond with the Creator grows, such forgiveness will become more natural, and it will liberate you even further. In truth, there is only one illness afflicting humanity, and that is the illusion of material limitation. You have been taught to believe that factors outside of you, your environment, your biology, the actions of others, control your destiny. To one fully immersed in the third-dimensional mindset, this certainly appears true. However, once you step onto the spiritual path, it becomes essential to shed this false belief. We urge you to realize that you are a sovereign divine creator being, not a victim of circumstance. You were never meant to live by bread alone at the mercy of the material world. You need not attain the perfection of an ascended master overnight. Simply strive to be the highest version of yourself, allowing more of God's light to shine through all you do. All forms of lack, illness, or disharmony have stemmed from the single erroneous belief that you are separate from Source and bound by external forces. When you accept the identity of a powerless mortal, you seem vulnerable to countless troubles. But when you know and live your life as the divine being you truly are, those troubles can no longer hold sway over you. You rise beyond their reach. This understanding isn't just a theory, it must be embodied as surely as you breathe. Make your connection with the divine so constant and natural that nothing in this world can shake you from your center of light. The degree of harmony and well-being in your outer life will always reflect the closeness of your union with the Creator within. Strengthen that inner union and watch the shadows of fear, lack, and illness fade away from your experience. Understand that every tool for your ascension has already been given to humanity, often hidden in plain sight. The sacred teachings of your world's religions, for example, contain many keys to enlightenment. The problem was that these texts have long been interpreted by those lacking true spiritual awakening or God realization. Reading divine wisdom through a materialistic lens led humanity astray for ages. In truth, dogmatic religion became one of the obstacles keeping many souls disconnected from Source and their ascension path. The good news is that this is changing now. Your consciousness is rising beyond the confines anyone tried to place around it. The sun cannot be kept in a box forever, and the light of truth is bursting out. The dark ones never understood the true power of consciousness. They thought they could suppress it indefinitely. But no matter what they did, the divine was always going to break through the veil and illuminate the way for those who seek. And you, beloved starseeds, are living proof of this. Individually, you are piercing through the veils of illusion, and collectively, you are elevating the entire planet. With each passing hour, the overall light quotient of humanity increases. We see it in you. Your once dimmed auric fields now glow with gold, white, emerald, violet rays. You are cleansing lifetimes of density and radiating ever brighter. Everything you do in the name of love, healing, and truth is contributing mightily to the grand plan of ascension on Earth. At this time, we encourage each of you to seek out the spiritual teachings or practices that draw you back to the divine within. Perhaps you have already found a path or teacher that resonates with your soul. If so, continue and deepen that practice. If not, set a clear intention to find genuine guidance. Now, it matters not what tradition or lineage it comes from, so long as it consistently points you back to your own direct communion with God in your heart. This could be through daily meditation, prayer, breath work, or any method of inner listening. What's important is that it becomes a regular part of your life. Over the ages, your world has been blessed with many enlightened teachers, and their wisdom is available to those who seek. We of the Galactic Light Forces cannot violate your free will by simply telling you which path to follow. You must discern that through your heart and intuition. Ask your higher self to guide you to the teachings that will most help you now, and trust the subtle nudges you receive. In truth, if you are hearing these words, your higher self is already orchestrating this discovery. Follow the inner call. Devoting yourself to a sincere spiritual practice will anchor and accelerate your ascension journey. Remember that the frequency of love light is the essence of creation and the natural state of your soul. By cultivating your inner connection to Source, you are simply returning to living in that true state of divine light that was always within you. Now let us speak of the so-called dark forces that opposed your awakening. Always remember, darkness itself is not a true power, but merely the absence of light. We use the term dark so you understand our meaning. But in reality, these beings never had any power except to trick you into forgetting your own divinity. That has been their only agenda through the ages. And for a long time, under the heavy veil of amnesia on Earth, they were relatively successful. By feeding humanity fear and falsehood, they kept many souls in spiritual sleep. But that era is coming to an end. Now that your inner light is igniting and the veil is lifting, the shadow cannot maintain its grip. Yes, some of your brothers and sisters remain asleep a while longer, but the overall tide has turned to light. The power of consciousness and love on this planet is growing far stronger than any remaining pockets of darkness. Because in truth, only light is real. A shadow may seem fearsome in a dark room, but when you open the blinds and let the sun pour in, the shadow vanishes instantly. In the same way, the illusions of evil and separation are evaporating as the light within humanity grows. The forces of darkness never truly understood this inevitability. No matter what is done to resist it, the light of Source always prevails. We want you to take this deeply to heart. The balance has now shifted irreversibly. The momentum of ascension is upon you, and nothing can stop the dawn from breaking. Knowing their time is short, the remaining dark players are now making their final, desperate moves. Like pieces being shuffled frantically at the end of a chess game, they will attempt to incite fear and chaos by any means left to them. Do not be surprised if they try dramatic false narratives, perhaps a staged alien invasion, the scenario some have called Project Blue Beam, or new conflicts and crises manufactured to distract and divide. They are essentially throwing every last trick at humanity in hopes of delaying the inevitable. But here is what they fail to accept. Nothing they do can halt the divine plan unfolding here. The outcome is already decided by the light. In fact, every dark scheme they launch now tends to backfire on them almost immediately. It is as if, the harder they push, the faster their plans unravel. Their attempts to instill fear only spur more people to awaken. By now, it's almost comical from our perspective. The villains in this drama keep setting traps only to fall into their own pits. They do not realize that there is no power apart from Source, no clever loophole by which they can win against the light. Truly, the joke is on them at this point. Take heart in knowing that every frantic move they make now is just hastening their own defeat. The ascension of Earth is non-negotiable and unstoppable. We encourage you, therefore, to remain calm and centered as these last bits of drama play out. Be aware of the news and events, but do not let them hook into your lower emotions. When you encounter a frightening claim or a disturbing narrative in your media, resist any impulse to panic or to lash out in anger. Instead, pause and breathe. Turn your attention inward for a moment. Remind yourself of the greater truth. The light of God is within you, and that light is your true reality. In that brief pause, affirm that no illusion has power over the divine consciousness that you are. Then, from that state of peace, simply radiate your light and truth into the situation. This might mean silently sending love and calming energy, or it might mean speaking a few gentle words of clarity, whatever feels right to your higher guidance. What's important is your inner state. Standing firmly in your own divine light will always accomplish far more than any amount of frantic argument or resistance. Remember, light does not fight darkness, it simply shines, and the darkness is gone. Your quiet, steady example of love and confidence will do more to transform others than any loud proclamation. Many of you have already realized that trying to wake people up by force or fear tends to backfire. So lead by presence. Be the living proof of the peace and faith you wish others to have. In doing so, you undermine the false narratives far more effectively than by engaging in debates or doomsaying. Your inner stability and compassion are a mighty force field that automatically disperses lies and negativity. We know that many of you long for sweeping disclosures and revelations, open contact with your star family, the release of hidden technologies, mass announcements of truth. It is natural to desire these things after so much secrecy. But understand this: these outer events will unfold in accordance with the collective vibration of humanity. The higher you as a people rise in consciousness, the more the veils will thin and these blessings will emerge. In a sense, such revelations are not being held back so much as they are being unlocked by your own rising frequency. As you elevate your vibration, you will naturally become aware that we and the Ascended Masters have been here with you all along. The reality of New Earth, a world of unity, peace, and light, already exists at a higher frequency, ready to be revealed. You reach it not by searching the skies for signs, but by shifting your own vibration upward. So rather than exhausting yourself, waiting on some external event, focus on raising your light and living from your heart. As you do so, you automatically draw forth the timeline of disclosure, contact, and liberation into the now. Beloved ones, the truly wonderful news is that the outcome is in your hands. The power to transform your world has always resided within you. No government, no guru, no galactic fleet, not even we can do your inner work for you. Each of you, by your daily focus and choices, determines how fast and gracefully ascension unfolds. And make no mistake, nothing can ultimately stop you from choosing the light and ascending. So we ask you now, given that all the power is yours, what will you do with it? Will you wait passively for change to come to you, or will you seize this moment and commit fully to your own growth and the upliftment of this planet? This is a pivotal juncture for each soul. We see so much potential within you, so much brilliance waiting to bloom. Claim it, and now is the time to act on that commitment. The cosmic energies bathing Earth are intensifying by the day. You are already in the stream of powerful solar and galactic waves that are building toward the moment many call the Great Solar Flash, a divine event that will dramatically boost consciousness. In this period, any effort you put into your spiritual growth is magnified many times over. You can achieve in weeks what once might have taken years. Conversely, remaining stagnant amid these surging frequencies can feel increasingly uncomfortable. In other words, this is not a time to sit back and wait and see. This is the time to give your spiritual practice everything you've got. The greatest athletes push hardest when the finish line is in sight, and so it is with your soul's journey now. The true champions and pioneers of ascension do not rest on their past efforts. they continuously expand, learn, and strive to embody more of their divine potential. Well, dear ones, you are the champions and pioneers of New Earth. You may not have fully believed that about yourself yet, but we see it clearly. You came into this life specifically to lead the way in humanity's ascension. So we say, step into your role wholeheartedly. No more dabbling at enlightenment or poking at your purpose from the sidelines. It's time to jump in with both feet. Use these potent energies to accelerate your inner work, to deepen your service, to finally become all that you came here to be. The opportunity before you now is truly once in a lifetime. Indeed, once in many lifetimes. Seize it with both hands and with joy. If you have a spiritual practice or routine now, double it, or at least increase it significantly. Spend more time each day in meditation, prayer, or whatever connects you with Source. If you have been dedicating 30 minutes, try 40 or 45. If you haven't begun yet, start now. Add just a bit more devotion, focus, and consistency than you did yesterday. We guarantee you will see noticeable shifts in your life, even within the next 90 days. Wherever you are at present, you will catapult forward on your path by making this extra effort. And yet, even that is not the pinnacle. We see an even greater fulfillment on your horizon. We want so much more for you than just small improvements in your daily life. We envision the day when we can finally meet you face to face, when you fully join your galactic family in the councils of light. We are eager to show you the wonders of our worlds and to have you show us the beauty and creativity of yours. We look forward to the time when you travel among the stars as freely as we do. We truly desire your ultimate ascension, not just for your own sake, but for the upliftment of all that is. Your elevation is a crucial part of the divine plan, and its success reverberates throughout the cosmos. So do not hold back, dear ones. Give your soul the chance to soar. We are cheering you on and waiting with open arms to welcome you into the galactic community as the sovereign enlightened beings you are meant to be. As you move through the days ahead, be discerning about the information and energy you engage with. The mainstream media and old narratives will likely grow more frantic as the old system collapses. They will push fear, division, and despair in a final attempt to lower the collective vibration. Whenever you can step back from that noise, you will not miss anything vital by reducing your exposure to the news. In fact, you will perceive the truth of events more clearly without the constant fear messaging. The deep state may indeed attempt more dramas, another illusion here, another scare there. But remember that these are powerless to sway you unless you allow it. None of these tactics can touch the soul who stands in the light. We also urge you to be mindful of what you choose to amplify in conversations and online. Often lightworkers feel compelled to share every alarming revelation to wake others up. But spreading fear can unwittingly serve the dark's agenda. Rather than circulating links that make people feel helpless, focus on sharing insights that empower and uplift. Help others see the higher perspective, not just the frightening illusion. By doing so, you withdraw energy from the false timeline and feed the timeline of truth. The very presence of your calm, loving awareness in the situation can do more to transmute negativity than any warning or argument. Remember, your consciousness steadily shines outward, quietly dissolving the shadows around you. In the coming months, as the frequencies continue to rise toward the great solar flash, make your conscious union with Prime Creator your highest priority. Do not obsess over dates or external signs of change. When you live each day in clear connection with the divine light within you, all the outer blessings you seek, contact with us, new technologies, societal healing, will manifest in the perfect time. Even now, those things are on their way, brought closer by every rise in your vibration. And as you deepen your relationship with Source, you will discover a beautiful truth. Your true fulfillment never depended on any external event at all. It has always blossomed from within you, born from your own oneness with the Creator. So fear not what the deep state may do next. In truth, it is they who fear you. They fear the power of your awakening and your reconnection with the divine. For at a deep level, they know their game is over. They sense that there is only one true power in this universe, the infinite light of Source, and that eventually they too must return to that light. We ask you as bearers of that light, will you help show them the way home? Each of you has the capacity to forgive and love even these ones. It is a great and sacred task, but it is how the highest victories are won. We understand the anger and pain their deeds have caused, yet try to see these beings for what they truly are. Lost children of God who forgot the light. Do not allow hatred or bitterness to weigh down your own heart. By choosing to extend compassion, you free yourself and offer them a chance to change. See them through the eyes of the Creator, with understanding and mercy. This does not excuse their wrongdoing, but it refuses to perpetuate the cycle of hatred. By forgiving them for their ignorance and sending love to the spark of divinity still within them, you perform the ultimate alchemy, transforming darkness back into light. In your heart of hearts, you know that you do want every soul to find its way home to love. After all, we are all part of one great family. Take comfort, beloved ones. The final shadows on your world are indeed scattering. The long night is nearly over, and a golden dawn is breaking upon earth. The illusory chains that bound you for ages are crumbling to dust beneath your feet. You are rising now into the full glory of your true self. We of the Galactic Light Forces, your star family, stand with you in unity and joy. We have been here supporting you all along, and we rejoice as you step forward in sovereignty. Victory of the light is assured. Hold that truth firmly in your heart and let it guide you in the days ahead. Know that we are with you always, only a thought away, ever ready to assist when invited. Go forth with confidence and compassion, shining your love in every direction. You are the light of this world, and the future is yours to create in harmony and bliss in eternal love and oneness. I am ASHTAR,